everybody, welcome back, or welcome for the first time. If you saw last video, you'll notice that the camera quality is slightly better. So now you can see my current style, which is maybe like the boys I had a crush on in high school. And today I wanted to go over some spring knits that I was interested in making. And first, I'll show you the finished cardigan that I'm wearing, and it's the Ozetta port jacket. I didn't even have to look it up. It's the port jacket. I cropped it a bunch, and I used Noro Ito in the color, I don't know, pink and purple and brown and gray. Uh, so that's what I used. Um, I really like it. I really wish this color was on the outside. I thought about pinning it down, but I think I don't know, the collar is kind of like the focal point of the cardigan, so figure that I'll leave it for now, and if I really want to change it at some point, then I can. So why don't we go ahead and get into the video? I'm still not editing things, so you know that's going to be what it's going to be. Why don't I go ahead and show you the current whip that I'm working on? So I had this thrifted yarn that was 100% cotton. It was a bit chunkier, and I only had 100 yards of it. So I wanted to make some sort of bralette, and I found what is called the, you see how we're still not organizing things? It is the Wrap Bra by Naked Knit. And this is what it's looking like so far. It has kind of like a faux wrap up here. It's actually knit together. And it goes all the way around. And then these I-cord straps will attach to the back. I really like this lavender color. I'm somebody who I don't care about wearing bra. I know that some people would prefer like, you know, thicker straps or certain pieces that they could wear with a bra. I think, I mean, this is a thick enough material and fine by me. So I would wear it as is. But the thing that I want to make to go with it is I'll put a picture up here, but there's another bralette I'm interested in making at some point, and it's called the April Bralette by Brie McLeodchick. And there's a picture in the examples where there is like some sort of like very loose gauge mohair. Maybe it's like a bolero or something that goes over it. And the bolero is like a lavender color, and the bralette is a slightly brighter color. And I love that look. And so I have this very bright purple mohair. And so I wanted to do something like a cropped cardigan. And I've seen the ones with the I-cord ties, and that's not like 100% my aesthetic, but I thought it would be like fun and camp to make the tie particularly large. And so I was thinking of doing maybe the Lemon Fizz cardigan by Drops Design. It's a free pattern, and it's a mohair cardigan with an I-cord tie. So I would just adjust it to make it super cropped and to make that tie super big. And I think that would be really fun to wear over the bralette. And again, just having like that light purple contrasting with that dark purple, I think will look super cute. And then, so I had this other mohair, which is the same, it's the same brand as the purple one. It's the same amount of damaged looking, which is fine. Hopefully blocking can fix some of that. But I wanted to, with this one, make some cute little sleeves that I had mentioned in the previous video. They're called the Mist sleeves by Helene Beba. Um, and I would want to wear this, I would make this to wear over maybe like dresses or something like that. So I'll try and do that as well. Those are going to be larger gauges. It's mostly like I have one ambitious project, but everything else is like a bralette or a larger gauge. I'm very into like the one strand mohair. And I know that this mohair has a much thicker core than like the Knitting for Olive silk mohair. But I think if I use like a large enough knitting needle, I can still get that really airy gauge. So I'll play around with it and let you know how it goes. One of the other things that I was hoping to make, let's see, let's go back to my very organized list. Um, so I was watching some videos and I had seen, I'm looking at her on my TV right now, Starcross Knits, and she had a video of summer knits. And I think her and myself are maybe the only two people who are excited about summer knits. But she had this suggestion of the Kawaii crop top by Sachiko. And when I first saw it, it's like a peplum top with a ruffle at the bottom, and it is cho kawaii. Demo, but the problem is like it's not totally my style. But then I thought, what if I cropped it a lot? Um, and I just like that idea of that juxtaposition of like the very cute with like the a little bit of like edgy sort of look. And I was like, wow, I'm so incredible for thinking of this idea. And then I looked at other people's projects, and more than half the people did that already, where they like left it super cropped and had the ruffle like right under the bust. And it does look really cute. So I'm glad that we're all absolute geniuses in this community. But I think I just have like a bunch of yarns that I'm planning to use. Um, and I'm trying to think of which one I might want to make with it. And so I have a couple of these Knitting for Olive cotton merino. This one is blueberry ice cream, and this one is Japanese anemone. Um, I I think the pink might be just a little too cutesy, and I want something to be in contrast with the ruffles. And so I might go for the blueberry ice cream just because, yeah, to me a little bit more of an unexpected color for a like very sweet sort of top like that. So I'll probably end up going with this one. And then for the Japanese anemone, I I had this idea that I was gonna make all these really like basic, timeless pieces for the spring. And then I got this just like burst of creativity, and I was like, we're going camp. I go to drag shows to see my friend Coco Momo. If you're in New York City, check her out. Um, but I'll go to drag shows and things like that occasionally. And I think it's just fun to wear something that is original. So I totally changed my plans, and I'm gonna be definitely trying to knit some things that are not so timeless, but I think are super fun. And we'll see. I'm hoping I'll get a lot of wear out of them. If not, I mean, who cares? Whatever. It's a hobby. We're having fun. We can always frog it. We can always change our minds. But for this Japanese anemone, I have a couple of different ideas. I found this Biker Babe bralette by Amanda Lee. And I like that silhouette. I have a couple of store-bought what shirts. I bought those shirts and I yeah, I like that silhouette. I also have I have a tattoo right here. So I always love some sort of racer back where I can like highlight that tattoo. I also am very aware that in my previous video I said that in the summer I like to keep my shoulders covered because I burn easily, and that's super true. But it's not the summer yet. So um maybe I can get away with some cute little tank tops for the time being. Who knows? It's still cold in New York. Um, but yeah, maybe the Biker Babe bralette. There were a couple of others that I was interested in. The Baby Tee by Wool and Beyond. Um, I think is cute. I love a 90s style. I've been wearing a lot of like slightly oversized jeans. I really like the my favorite jeans are the A Goldie. Um, what is it called? It's like the one with the buttons kind of like go on a diagonal. I think I wore them in the last video. It doesn't, but the point is they're a little bit oversized, and I like to have a top that's maybe a little more fitted, so that way it kind of feels a little bit more balanced. And one of the others, I don't think I was a bit ambitious with under purchasing yarn and assuming that I could get away with it because I am so short and I don't need a lot of length for my tops. But I'm realizing for some of them that I wanted to knit, I don't know that I have enough yarn. But one of them that I'm really interested in is the Easy Bralette by Svetlana Bokova. Um, but that's in a sport weight, and at minimum, it uses about 500 meters, and it's already cropped. So I don't know that I would, be able to crop it more and get some of that yardage back. So I might save that one for another time and like intentionally purchase some yarn with that project in mind. Um, yeah, there are a couple others that I was looking at, but it's definitely gonna be a tank. It's definitely gonna be like a short little cropped situation. The other one that like I've never done lace work before. I've mostly just worked in stockinette. Um, Partly because I needed an easy project while I was in my coding class, so I could actually focus on what was going on. But the other part was I just like the look of stockinette. But I was also just watching a bunch of knitting YouTube videos, and I came across the Love Letter top by Veronica Lindbergh, Kutafikika. And again, I'm gonna crop it, but I think it would look really cute. Again, to like have that shorter look with some like high-waisted, maybe slightly oversized or baggier jeans. So those are some of my thoughts for the tops. Um, Okay, this one's super fun. I put this in my favorites, and then I said, Tracy, you're really gonna wear that? And then I took it out, and then I thought about it, and I said, yeah, I'm absolutely gonna wear it. This is so fun. It's called the Bo Peep Bralette by Mia, and it's so fun. I think I'm gonna modify the bralette itself to maybe be a tube top. So it's almost the appearance would be such that like the bow is the entire shirt. Um, so again, I'll have a play around with it and see what I can do. But I want to use this very cute, bright pink. I think it's wool. Yes, wool. Um, Yeah, so I'm excited for that. I think it would be just a super fun look for going out. So I'm gonna give that one a try. And what else? I found actually a couple of crocheting projects. I haven't gravitated towards crochet in a little while, but there are some bralettes that I'm seeing that are so cute. Um, and they have that store-bought quality that I find that knitting tends to have more of. So I'm interested in trying out the Zora bralette by Lucia Konsek. And I don't know that I have a yarn picked out for that, but it's definitely something I'd be interested in. And then the other one that I had seen that it gives the idea of a knit top is called The Bloom Bralette by Janine Miska. And what I like about the idea of a crochet bralette, again, if I'm not wearing a bra underneath, I want the fabric to be a little bit thicker, one for support and two just for like the sheerness of the fabric. And so crochet, I think just because you're like knotting the yarn into itself a little bit more, I think it would give it a little bit more structure and thickness, which is what I would be looking for in these types of tops. So that's something that I'm going to do with some kind of yarn. I'll figure it out. And then my ambitious project that I'm guessing I'll start, and I anticipate wearing it for the summer. It's not exactly a summer yarn, but the project is definitely summer, and it's the Nata dress by Maria Iseva. And what I really like about it is I usually like either a higher neckline or more of a plunging neckline. I'm not a very big fan of a boat neck or a scoop neck. I prefer it to be a little bit more dramatic, so either quite high up or quite low down. That's also part of my interest in like the Kibbe body typing system. I was actually thinking of doing a video on, I guess specifically flamboyant gamines because I am what I'm most familiar with it. So I might try out a video like that. But so this dress, I would want to knit up in this French tweed. It says it's made in France, but then it's saying New York, New York on the back. So I don't know. French tweed, make up your mind. Um, I have about 6 skeins of this, and each of them are 384 yards. So I should have enough. The gauge says it's 6 stitches to 1 inch, and the gauge for this dress is 23 stitches for 4 inches. So that seems like it should be pretty spot on, but I can gauge swatch just to be sure. It's 100% wool, which is why I say it's not particularly suitable for summer. But again, I'm not going out in the hot, hot sun with this gorgeous open back. It's just not plausible for my Fitzpatrick skin type, but it might be nice for going out. I'll see. It's like a very scratchy yarn, which I found, I don't know, sometimes I think I have more sensitive skin, and then sometimes it's not a problem. Um, so I think as long as uh, the bits are covered up, then it should be fine. And especially with the open back and the like the arms being not having fabric on them, uh, that should be fine. We'll see. Anything else? Oh yeah, so I'm gonna have to figure out like playing around with gauge with this, but I decided that with this knitting for olive pure silk, I wanted to I want to knit Breeze by Megumi Sawada. And it says it's a vest, but I think that if I make the slit just a little bit longer, I can wear it as a dress as well. Um, it's in a DK weight, and this is a fingering weight. And so I'd have to see, maybe I'd size up and still use it as a fingering weight and then just size down, like size up in the like size that I'm wearing and then size down in the needle size. Um, so again, I'll have to probably do a gauge swatch to make sure that that is correct. But because so many of these summer fabrics tend to stretch and not go back to their original shape, I want to make sure that I'm mostly finding things, especially if it's a dress that's gonna like pull it down with the weight, to have something that the straps are um, like thick enough to be able to support the dress itself. So this seems like a good one for that. So hopefully I can get the gauge to work out. But otherwise, I don't know, maybe I'll make like, I don't know. Maybe I'll just buy more of it and I'll do an actual DK weight and hold it double. We'll see. Yeah, I have a few more. I just like can't get over this. I haven't done it yet, but I've been so into the aesthetic of that one strand mohair. So I might do like a top with this or something. Um, and then that's I have these others. This one is such a cute one. It's gonna be a bralette. I mean, I should just name this the Bralette Hour by Tracy. Here you go, is all the bralettes that you could ever want. But those are the pieces that I am most looking forward to knitting. I have one that I think right now I'm looking to do like some smaller projects, so I don't know that I'm going to prioritize it right now, but I have purchased the yarn and I have been anticipating knitting the Levitate wrap by My Favorite Things. Um, I'm going to be um, using the Knitting for Olive uh, wool, merino wool, and held with, I think like that's held double, and then there's like lace weight. So I'm going to be doing that in the color. It's like, I'll put it up on the screen, but I don't know, it's like maybe like this kind of purple here, this like little bit darker purple. If I had a guess, because it's Knitting for Olive, I bet you it's called Dusty Plum. So we'll see if I'm right. But that's all I have for today. I am excited to show my finished projects, my finished objects when they're done. I'll probably get this finished up tonight. I think I'm gonna knit in some elastic because again, it's 100% cotton, so I want to make sure that it stays. But um, the thing about that project is it's so the top is gorgeous. I actually want to knit it again in like a thinner, more refined looking yarn. But the project itself is how can I put this? It's not a cheap pattern and it's not a very guided pattern. So in one way it's nice because you can fit it to your measurements, but in the other way it's just like I don't know, like knit two triangles, knit them together, make some straps. It doesn't really give you too much of an idea on how to like put things together. Yeah, it's not a very like detailed pattern. Um, so ultimately, like if it comes out looking cute, fine by me, but just something that maybe you want to know. So that's about it. I hope you have a great day. Um, and I will see you next time. Okay. Bye, everybody. And we're out.